Welcome to AfroBuzz Show, where we dive into the cultural heritage of Africa and explore the latest trends and innovation. I'm your host, Pamela Nin. Today, we're excited to have Nick here of Adire by Nick talking to us about the fascinating world of Adire. Adire is a traditional textile form of art from Nigeria, characterized by its unique tie and dye patterns, rich cultural significance. We'll be exploring the history, symbolisms, and modern applications of Adire, as well as Nike's own experiences working with this beautiful art form. So let's get started. So guys, welcome back to the studio, ladies and gentlemen. Today, like I said, we have an interesting guest, Nike. Hi, Nike. It's so good to finally have you here. I've been looking forward to seeing you. So, tell us about yourself.
Okay, this is Oluyike Oyinike, and I'm the April director of Adire by it, a textile design branch. Do it all kinds of years, thank God Adire.
That's interesting. That's interesting. So, discussing Adire, can you tell us the history of Adire? Like, where did it start from?
Okay, Adire started from it was from Yoruba history actually, where her mothers Adire, just like the name, it means Adi as a way. Me Adire means you tie, it's tie and dye.
Okay.
Adi means you tied it. Adire, are sinwaro, like you soaked it in tie. So
Okay.
you tied the fabric into whatever design you want. Then you soaked it into dye. Then after soaking into dye, you bring them out. Then you see the magic.
Well, I never really thought about. I thought Adire. I don't know. I don't know what I thought Adire was. But when I heard Adire, I didn't really think it was literal Adi with tie,
Tie and dye.
dye. Oh, nice, nice. I remember doing tie and dye when I was in secondary school. It was really fun. I'll tie it. Would make like really cute patterns, and I'm like, wow, so I did this. So, what's the significance of Adire in our Nigerian culture?
Okay, so we have it in a different aspect actually, because it's it actually brings us our heritage and our culture.
Right.
Because it's now you can see people now wearing Adire everywhere.
True.
Everywhere. Actually,
Like,
in fact, even some white people, they even appreciate our work more. So it
Yeah.
actually makes our heritage, our cultures, it makes it popular, and in fact, the Adire is everywhere. That's
Yeah.
what Adire is everywhere now.
like if you're not wearing
Even governors,
Adire,
presidents,
True.
everyone actually wants to wear Adire because it's actually it plays a very, very key role.
yeah, at least when you wear Adire, you know that you're
You're wearing a
Nigerian.
masterpiece.
Yeah, you're wearing masterpiece, exactly. So, how do you think Adire is used in ceremonies and celebrations?
So right now there are so many people that, in fact, some people now they prefer using Adire for weddings rather than actually lace
True.
and actually beads. Some people, in fact, there are some couples who be like, okay, they want their names or their hashtags of their weddings.
Yes, to
It's
be
like
Adire.
So when you see when they see you wear, they know, okay, this is actually for this purpose. Yeah, actually.
Speaking about the wedding, to write a name on the fabric, how do you do that?
There's actually a method called batik.
Batik.
So in batik aspect, we make use of wax.
Okay.
Wax. We use the wax to anywhere you don't want the dye to touch. Actually, we use the wax to cover that part of. So after writing the name on the clothes, you now dye it. So the wax is preventing that place that you wrote the stuff on.
Yes.
It prevents dye from touching that place.
Okay.
Yes.
Wow,
For
that's
example, now
really
even when tying your Adire, when tying your fabric, that place that you tied, you are using the tie. Yeah, you are using the rope or the twine that you use to dye to tie it. You are using it to prevent that dye from touching that place. So
Yeah.
that your tying allow you to see the pattern it actually did.
Yeah, so can we have like a combo of batik and the tying?
Sure.
Right? That's really interesting. Is there a way people can learn? I'm sure people watching, they're like, I want to learn how to make Adire. Is there a way people can learn?
People can actually learn in different ways. There are actually some online classes. There are physical. For me, I only do physical classes because I just feel that people will learn more physically than online. Because I'm not that kind of online person. If it goes me, I will pour more house in the
Yes.
physical class.
When you feel it,
Yeah,
you
when
feel
you
the
feel
back
it,
fabric.
because even if you are doing online, you can't know if you are practicing. I won't. There's no how I will know. Even if
Yeah.
I tell you to show, if I tell you to show me the work you've done,
Yes.
what if you're not the one that did it?
True.
There's no how. So I prefer you doing it. And my own student actually, the way I train some of my students, I use nothing less than 2 weeks.
2
If you want to
weeks.
learn the two together,
2 weeks.
2 weeks, and I have brands that they learn under me, and they have their own. They also have their own brands. Now, if I tell you that I'm learning this thing in 1 week, just know that 1 week, as long as you know what you want to do, you are consistent, and you also practice when you get home. It's not as if
You come and just play around.
Yeah, actually, you come, and you practice when you get home. You are consistent. You are the one that knows. In fact, there was a particular student I taught, even before she came to learn it, she already knows what she wants to do. She already had the money separately.
Yeah.
Some way that once she know that, okay, when she's done, we went out, because in my class, in one of my training days, we go to markets. I'll take you to wherever I buy fabrics. I take you to where I buy dye. I take you to all those places.
And they can get like the correct fabric in this
actually,
Lagos.
Yeah, in this Lagos, yeah, actually, we have different places. And then, because there are so many people that will be like, oh, we sell cottons. It's not actually all those, because in Nigeria we make of 100% cotton. If it's not 100% cotton, it's not that.
Then it won't work.
Yeah.
So yes, we need to know like the exact 100% cotton fabric to use. So if you get the wrong fabric, would the use?
No, yeah, it won't work actually.
It won't work.
It won't, it's just like wasting of dye.
So can I dye this fabric?
Yeah, it looks like cotton. Yeah.
Okay, nice. Oh, it's so good to hear from you and how to actually make Adire. I'm interested in learning how to make. Please teach me. If you're interested too, like me, you know where to go.
Adire doesn't fade out as long as you use the right chemical and dye. It doesn't fade out actually. With time, and even there are some clothes that when you have them at home and they are not useful again, you feel like throwing them away. As long as it's cotton, because I revamp clothes too.
True.
Old clothes, yeah. So instead of throwing them away, we can turn it to new ones for you. And you feel you just bought it. People won't even know that that's the former clothes.
Can you guys see that? I can literally change this shirt to an Adire shirt.
If you have some jean clothes, some jean trousers, they just feel like throwing away, but they are still very good. And you be like, the color is no more there again. Also turn it back to black.
Can make it stylish.
You think it's a new jean trouser.
Yeah. That's interesting. So how do you see Adire evolving in the modern era?
Okay, because now Adire, just like we said earlier, Adire is not everywhere.
Yeah.
There's a place I went to yesterday, Ileyo. There's a place I went to yesterday. Their staffs, all their workers, they put on Adire. Their chairs is a fabric. You already did a design on the fabric. Their chairs are made from Adire materials. Wow. Everything about that place, you know that okay, you are seeing Nigerian culture. Just like you are seeing the place where they sell them pounded yam, you know that okay, this is tradition. Okay. So you're already seeing when you enter that place, you know that okay, you're in a traditional.
Yeah. So they are representing Nigeria, the Yoruba culture.
Everything about them there. You know that okay, this is so in places now. For example, there's a program that EcoBank organizes every year. Adire Lagos.
Yes, I know about that program.
Well, immediately you enter that place, you see the works of art there.
Yes. Adire fabric, different things made with Adire.
So you won't feel like, is this the same Adire? So Adire now is
re-evolving. This modern era is for Adire. So can you share a personal story about you and Adire? How did you start using Adire?
Okay, so for Adire, I actually learned Adire. I learned Adire during the COVID era. When some organizations came to train people and all. But we don't have anywhere to go that period.
True,
let me just learn it. So when I learned it that period, I didn't make use of it. Because I didn't even know I was going to make it a bit later. So there was another place where I learned Adire again, just to get, because that time I think I've forgotten just something. Yeah. So I went to there was an
consistent. You had to refresh your knowledge.
That was referring. So I learned from her also. I learned from her to refer, and she did party, did everything. So that one brought the memory again. But that time too, I didn't really use it. So in my point in university where I don't have anything to do, I'm like, okay, what can I do? I'm like, I learned this thing now, and I have some materials at home. So I started doing it. And what I started gifting people, but I didn't know how to start. Yeah. I didn't know, so I started gifting people. And so the people I gifted, when people see it on them, like, who did this for you? Who did this for you? So when they refer them to me, then after referring them to me, they'll be like, okay, they want to do. So after people seeing it, I'm like, this thing, it won't move. Oh, is actually moving and all.
Moving.
So from there, I started getting referrals upon referrals upon referrals. In fact, there were some of my friends that traveled out that period. They did when they were going, they did from some of their lecturers, their professors over there. And when they sent me pictures and they are like, the professors really liked it and they fell in love with it and all, and they would like to request for more. I sent some more again. I'm like, so this is how this thing works. So I said that's when I started sending some others outside the country. And all.
Okay.
So from there, everything just started.
That's when you knew that this
Yeah.
was going to be my
Yeah,
business,
this
and I'm staying here.
Yeah.
I love that for you. I really love that for you. So, what are you working on? What project are you working on? What should we expect to see from you?
You push expect a lot this year.
A
Which
lot.
I don't want to loudly.
Don't
If she
laugh.
just-
Don't
you push
disclose.
yeah, there are a lot of things to work on because Nigeria, everybody now is in Nigeria, so you have to make yours different.
Different,
distinct,
stand
yeah,
out.
stand out. So there are lots. So you
I,
guys watch out.
I can't wait. I'm already anticipating. I can't wait. Really.
Yeah.
So, I was going to ask how our listeners can get involved with you and how to make Adire. So they could just contact you directly, then
Yeah.
you do the classes with
Yeah.
them. So when I told my director you were coming on this show, and I was like, Nike, and he was like, is it you, Nike or Nike Adire? I'm like, this is Nike Adire. This is Nike of our generation, Adire by Nick. So, has there been a namesake to Mama Nika of Nika Art Gallery influenced you in any way?
Yeah, in different ways because she does Adire in different aspects.
Yeah.
She our own Adire is because everybody is learning from her. Everybody, all of us want to be like her.
Yeah.
And
We all look up to
we all
her.
look up to her because our works are very distinct. They are unique. They are unique pieces. In fact, she has some elderly women that are working for her. Those ones, you know that this is their full-time work.
True.
And they create patterns. They create some unique patterns that, in fact, you have to study the patterns before you know what they did there.
Yes.
And their own, they don't just make use of wax. As I said, that in different, before wax came in, that thing came into existence, there's something they use this cassava flakes and cassava stuff. That's what, see today, Mama Nika, they still use that cassava stuff to make their own, instead of using wax. They still use that wax too, but they make use of that. I think there's a design, there's a way that one will come out, and there's a way the wax
will come out.
Aphids will come out. Even though that one is very stressful, but they still do it in some designs, and we see make use of that and wax on too. So there are different aspects. They do some modern. In fact, before there were some leaves that produce them colors.
Right.
There's some leaves that produce colors. They still use them till today.
Till today.
They still use them. They still use the normal dye because most of our dyes, some of them are imported.
True.
They import most of them. Our dyes, our chemicals.
Yeah.
So they still make use of both the modern ones,
Modern
and
ones, the
traditional
traditional ones.
So
they mix it.
they mix it up. So their own work is very, very distinct.
Are you
Yeah.
looking to like learning further from them to know how to use our traditional
Yes,
methods
actually, they have
and
the
the
time.
modern?
Yes, if we have the time.
That's
Their own is very, very unique.
There's this thing I see online from the north. I've been wanting to go there. I think it's the same time and right they do. But I see them pitching a lot of things. What
Okay,
is that
so what
about?
they do is actually like the final production of our work.
Okay.
After working on the clothes,
Yeah.
there are some people when people don't like ironing.
Yeah.
So instead
Okay.
of ironing the clothes,
Yeah.
they give it to those people that beats.
Beat the clothes
It's just like beating the clothes to make it smooth.
to make it smooth.
Yeah,
Oh, so
some
that's
people have
like
starched it,
a traditional
then
way of
beating it.
ironing.
Yes,
Wow.
traditional way of
Wow.
ironing,
Wow.
exactly.
See, this is really
So
insightful.
Adire is very wide actually. Adire is very wide, and our designs they are created in different ways. In fact, you can sit down now without even knowing what to do, without even having anything in mind. Once you lay your hand on that thing and you just start. In fact, there are some designs that even when I don't have anything to do, the customer will be like, okay, just do something unique for me. I don't want the regular one, just something unique.
Yeah.
You have to start thinking out of the box, like, okay, what can I do?
True.
Then you just take your twine, take your clothes, and just start tying and everything. By the time you see the finished work, because and another thing about Adire is you can't have your design you can't get the same thing again, even if
Yeah.
it's the same, even if it looks the same, there's still something different from that one you did before and the one. That's why
So like every piece is a masterpiece.
masterpiece.
Like no copy.
no copy. It might just look the same, but there's something different about
Different
it.
about
Yeah.
it. So, where do you get your inspiration from? Like, when, like you said, when you want to do something unique for a client, where do you get inspiration from?
Ah, actually, sometimes even if you don't know some things, you have to spirit just help you.
That's it.
Or you look at some, just go online, look at some designs, go to some pages of people or of other brands, and look at it. Then from looking at it, you use that one to create your own.
Yeah.
And again, another thing where we get inspiration for batik most times, because we make use of stamps, we make use of some things. When you look at, if you look at if you look at this thing now, be like, okay, there's something you can get from it. There's a drawing you can get from it also. Or you look at maybe a drawing on the street,
Yeah.
or you can see something unique. Be like, okay, I can do this. Then you can twist that thing in your own way. So you get inspiration from anything.
Anywhere,
Even
you
from
can
stone. You can get inspiration from anything.
True.
Yeah, actually.
That's lovely. That's lovely. So, Adire is often associated with sustainability and eco-friendliness. So, what are the benefits of Adire?
Okay, so we have different benefits, and there are ways to also sustain it actually.
Yeah.
Because now, if you want to address to last very well, there are some things that you shouldn't do to your adire. For example, now you shouldn't spread your adire under a direct sunlight. Long time, yeah.
So, how do you dry it?
You dry it in a place where breeze can easily blow it.
Okay.
Yeah, don't dry it under direct sunlight for a long time or long period of time.
Because,
actually.
like, I feel like the sunlight kind of dyes it. Like,
Yeah, and it's
let's say
yeah.
dye or bleaches it, like fades
Yeah,
the color.
actually.
Yes. So,
And
did
you
you guys
don't-
know this? Sun bleaches your Adire.
Yeah, actually. And you don't soak your adire fabric in like warm water. You don't soak it for a lot of time, for a long time.
Yeah.
Because there's some people they'll be like, well, okay, if you like you want to soak their clothes, the adire fabric like a normal clothes. You don't just soak. If you want to wash, just wash it immediately and spread it.
Spread it.
And you don't soak it in hot water because we make it of hot water when producing
Producing it,
So you
so-
don't soak your adire in.
So it's like
warm
you're
hot
washing
water.
out the color.
Washing out the color. So whenever you see your clothes fading, you be like, she fake water for me. It's not fake actually. It's the way you use it. Because
Yeah.
everybody that can make. I still have some clothes that I did like 4 years ago. I still use them till today.
Yeah.
I have some customers. It's not all customers that can maintain clothes. So just tell them there are different ways to maintain it. So you don't use detergents for adire.
Okay, you use like a bar
Bar
soap.
soap, yeah, or liquid soap. You don't use detergents because detergents has bleaching agents.
Yeah.
So they will bleach out
The color.
colors and oil, so you don't use detergent. So there are different ways to once you can manage you can use your fabric very well. They will last for a long time.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, that's great. Did you guys know this? Don't use hot water. Don't hang on that sunlight.
Direct sunlight.
Don't use detergent. If you want your Adire to last longer, don't go and buy Adire and say it's fake.
And don't soak it.
There's this thing I see them doing. They now print Adire. So instead of tying and dyeing, just to get the Adire pattern, they give people to print it. Do you know about that?
Okay, from China. They are
Yes.
imported. Those ones are not. They are not handmade. That's why I work with different. Our ones
Yeah.
are handmade. We make it from
Yes.
start to finish. That's what's giving us that
That's the
cultural,
originality.
Adire. Those ones that they import, they are not
They are
Adire.
not-
They're not like Ankara. They're not like printed clothes.
Yes.
People actually they steal some of our design. They will just maybe like they will get the pictures of those designs
Designs
then they will
and
take it over
just-
there and do it and print it on
print
clothes.
it.
And our people here they will buy it too. Those ones, if you feel them, they're like nylon. If
Yes.
you sweat, Adire is made of 100%
Cotton.
cotton. If you sweat and
absorbs.
it's absorbed dye, but those ones when you sweat inside you in fact the sweat will just be coming down. You won't be even.
I see them a lot, especially in the markets when they are like mass
They are so cheap.
produced. They are so cheap.
That's why Adire is expensive. Anybody,
So-
if you see anyone wearing Adire, is wearing a masterpiece. It's wearing
Wearing a
money.
masterpiece.
It's wearing money.
Yes.
Because Adire is not cheap. It's expensive.
Luxury.
Because it takes a lot of things. A lot of things go through it before
Yes.
it comes out like that.
Adire is a luxury
And our
fabric
fabrics are
rooted
not-
in our culture.
Yeah, actually.
So-
And our fabric, because they're 100% cotton, 100% cotton fabrics are not cheap.
True.
They are very
Yeah.
expensive. So buy fabric, you buy chemicals, you buy dyes, you now put your own workmanship also inside it and everything. Before everything comes out, you see the amount of everything that goes into it. And when you now tell them the price, they feel like it's too expensive.
True. I wanted to ask, how is the Nigerian market like? I mean, like, imagine people going to the market to buy those mass-produced Adires that are obviously not original.
Yeah.
Now coming to you to buy the original piece and trying to like compare price. I can get it in the market. How do you react to that?
Actually, sometimes we feel bad because those people selling it also are not doing us. They're not doing us good.
Good.
They're not doing us good. But they want their own is just to make money and all. But there's nothing we can do about it because our governments are even meant to up in that kind of aspect. And they should not allow importation of it actually. Because they are meant to help us promote our own culture, our own heritage, to promote handwork and everything. But all those things they are not actually encouraging. So when we see things like that, we're always sad because it's not easy.
And even copying people's designs, that's a violation of the
Actually,
law.
very, very.
So, well, it is what it is in Nigeria.
Nothing you can do about it. So we just try in our own possible way. People that will buy, we buy.
Is there a way you guys protect your designs by like copywriting or something?
Not really, because actually, there's no, but there are some brands. For example, I work for some brands that they play like, okay. There's some brands I produce clothes for. I can't post some of their works on my page because now they're not agreement. They box their own designs.
Yeah.
They bring it to life for them.
For the
The fabric. I can't post it on my page because that was the agreement we had. Because they don't want me to do it I can't do it for any other person. It's just for that brand alone. But if you see it and copy it, it's not my business. As long as me, I'm not just violate. I'm not doing it for someone else, just for that brand alone. So that design is just for them alone. So
I feel like we'll get to that point. We're already getting there to when Nigerian creatives, our talents, and our works
Actually.
will be properly protected from
time goes
copy.
on. Yeah.
So I remembered my question and I've asked it. It's one of the things that you answered. So I think that's for today. Thank you for coming to our show.
welcome.
Stay Afro Buzz.
You're welcome. You're welcome. Thank you so much for having me. I really appreciate it.
You're welcome.